Hello at Eating Craft Foods. My name is Deborah and I'd like to thank you for this opportunity to be in the Real Women of Philadelphia contest. What I'll be making for you today is an Italian custard cheesecake. You ask why Italian? Well, my beloved Italian neighbor of 23 years brought this cake over for us when we first moved in. I've been making it ever since with a few changes. So let's start with the pie crust. Follow me. So, we're going to make a traditional graham cracker crust. Put the graham crackers into a food processor. If you don't have a food processor, you can just put them in a Ziploc bag and use a rolling pin. You grind them up until it's a fine... There we go. Now let's pour it into our pie pan. It's a nice fine consistency. That's exactly what you want. We're going to add to this 3 tablespoons of sugar and 4 tablespoons of butter, melted butter. With a fork, you're going to blend these ingredients together until they're all coated. Takes a minute. Okay, now that it's mixed, we're going to form it up against the pie pan to form the crust. So just with your fingers, you go around, gently pat it. Takes about 2 times going around. You have to pat down the bottom. And then with a measuring cup, I use a measuring cup. You can use a cup, whatever you have that's around. You're going to firmly pack. You're firmly going to pack the crust against the sides so that it's stay up there. There we go. You have a completed pie crust. Okay, now that your pie crust is completed, we're going to start with the filling. The filling consists of 2 eggs, everything at room temperature. It'll make for a nice, smooth cheesecake. A half a cup of sugar, and 3/4 of a cup of sour cream. Now, the star ingredient, of course, is Philadelphia cream cheese. If you're going to scrimp on anything in this recipe, do not, I repeat, do not scrimp on the cheesecake, the cream cheese, because this will make all the difference in how your cheesecake turns out. We're going to blend this for 1 minute. There we go. Now scrape down the sides, 1 time only. Make sure everything's mixed really well. And blend for 1 more second. There we go. This will make for a nice, creamy filling. Make sure you pour it over your spatula. This way you will not damage your pie crust. There we go. Looks creamy and delicious. Okay, Paula, I have a secret to tell you. I have never shared this recipe with anyone. But when I told my family I was going to be in the contest and asked them what recipe I should use, they all said, it's got to be the cheesecake. Hands down, everyone agreed it had to be the cheesecake. So this is my first time sharing my cheesecake. Now, preheat your oven to 375 and place your cheesecake in the oven for 20 minutes. Now all we need to do is make the topping. We're almost done. So while the cheesecake is in the oven for 20 minutes, we're going to make the topping. The topping is 1.5 cups of sour cream, 3 tablespoons of sugar, 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla. There we go. Blend these together, and that's it. That's the topping. Once the cheesecake comes out of the oven, we will place this on top. Okay, now that it's done, it's been 20 minutes, we're going to put the topping on. Oh, doesn't that smell good? It's perfect color on the edges. Take your topping and pour it sort of on the outside edge. The center will be a little bit wobbly, and that's normal. The custard hasn't set up yet. Here we go. This topping is delicious. Scrape out all that you can, and then start smoothing it to cover all the filling. this back into the oven at 400 degrees for 5 minutes. Okay, now it's been 5 minutes. We're going to take it out of the oven. We're going to set it out and let it cool. Once it reaches room temperature, you are going to put it in the refrigerator and let it chill for 2 hours. After 2 hours, it's ready to serve. Oh, that looks great. But it doesn't stop here. Okay, and now let me tell you my children's favorite topping. Melissa likes hers just plain. Elliot loves his with fresh raspberries and raspberry sauce. And Angelique, she takes her favorite candy bar with hot fudge and caramel sauce. Whether you like traditional fruit toppings on your cheesecake or you want to let your imagination go wild, this is the cheesecake for you. And you wonder what my favorite cheesecake topping is? It's fresh bananas with maple butter glaze. I promise you, Paula Deen, this is an eye crosser. And to all the real women of Philadelphia, enjoy!